All right, well, let's make this actionable for entrepreneurs. And I want to use the framework. We're going to throw this on the screen for those of you on YouTube, and Make Rich Real. So this is the Make Rich Real framework and really the ultimate freedom to live life on your terms. And I love the way that this is framed up for all of our entrepreneur clients, is that making rich real is really the heart of what we're trying to accomplish within our fractional family office for the entrepreneur, for our client. And the beautiful thing about it is that making rich real means so many different things to so many different people. It's custom. And so we've got a framework here where we have some of the different things that could be included in making rich real, whether it's financial security, right? We're out in financial services, family legacy. We see that all the time, personal growth, time freedom, charitable, life experiences. But at the end of the day, I think a lot of this comes down to meaning, purpose, values, impact, freedom, and legacy. So when we talk about Make Rich Real, and as you're talking to entrepreneurs, what do they need to be taking away from this framework?
The first thing is, this isn't going to happen by accident. You have to realize and be cognizant of what does that mean to you? And it's going to take some time, some introspection, some conversations with the people you love. And I'd encourage you to have those conversations. So how much is it about charity? How much is it about your faith? How much is it about the multi-generations? How much is it about your own personal growth or your own time freedom, these different things that are put in here? How much is it about life experiences? I mean, if you think about it, it's the life experiences with the people you love that you remember, not the individual experiences, not scoring the highest total points on some video game. It's the experiences with people that you love that you do together. So which of these areas or what parts of all of them matter most to you? And then what you do, you want to create your future self and then live into that future self. Because too often we get caught up with everything going on today, the stresses and what I need to do, but also take care of your future self, because you don't want to end up 5-10 years down the road and go, I missed out, or I didn't have the marriage I wanted, or I don't have the relationship with my kids, or I am unhealthy, or my faith has been destroyed because I've ignored it. Whatever it might be, make sure that you pay attention to it and that you make it a part of today so that your future self thanks you.
Yeah, I totally agree. I think that creating a compelling vision for the life you want to live and why are you running this business, why are you doing all of these things you're doing is very important. And I think it's easy to just fall into the habit of day-to-day life and the monotony and just, I'm trying to grow just to grow and hire to hire and, just getting through life. But I think the most important piece of this is thinking about this and coming up with this compelling vision, especially as a couple, if you're married, and like, what are we actually trying to do?
Yeah.
Where are we actually trying to go and grow or do? And then let's, like you said, reverse engineer into a plan or into a strategy or tactics or tasks in order to actually achieve this. And so I think that's the most important thing that's missing. And when I talk with entrepreneurs, sometimes it's like, oh, I want to give money to my kids, or, oh, I want to save taxes, or I want to, be have XX dollars in my bank account, or buy a mountain house, or buy an airplane. But it's like, but why? Why? Like, what's the why behind all of these things? And maybe at the beginning it's ego. Maybe at the beginning it's just keeping up with the Joneses. Maybe it's something that they're trying to repair from their childhood. But I think the deeper and deeper you go, that's where it's like, well, what is our true why of why are we doing all of this? And I think that until you understand that, like, just wealth creation and wealth building is just superficial, and it's just not a game that's as fun or worth playing.
The other thing I would say is having what you want instead of wanting what you have. So in other words, a lot of times I'll meet entrepreneurs who they say, if I have $100 million exit, then I'm going to be happy. And what they find out is they never end up happy because of the thing that happens, because happiness is not about that. Happiness is part of the journey. And so really wanting what you have, appreciating what you have, being grateful for what you have, and being happy at your current place will make you in a much better position. So if those things happen, or if they don't happen, you're going to be happy 10 years from now because you're taking care of all these other things that matter. And one thing that matters to me is my marriage. And I know Mimi and I have a great marriage, but we heard this couple speak, JV and Carlita. They work in the John Maxwell organization at an event. They spoke and they talked about how they do these marriage retreats once a year. And so last year we did our first marriage retreat. We're going to have our second marriage retreat, which is just the two of us doing like a staycation at a hotel in town and doing a little agenda and talking through our wants and needs and what's working well and what's not. But it's just 2 or 3 days, the same way we do business planning, where we carve off time to do business planning and think about what do we want this to look like in the future. But we realized we don't really do that with our marriage. With our marriage, we just kind of let it go, and it works because we love each other and we care and we want to make it work. But being more intentional about, let's actually do a couple of days of planning. Now, we don't plan the whole time. You goof off and you have time and you connect. But it's been really good. This is our second year doing it. And that's the type of thing that I want to encourage anyone who's listening. If there's a part that you want to improve, think about what you can do to make it more intentional. And that's the marriage retreat's been good for us.
I like that. And kind of our version of that is having a young family. Every single Tuesday night, we've got a babysitter and we have date night. So every single Tuesday, we got the same babysitter. We go on date night, and it's intentional time for us just to be intentional with each other. No phones, no kids, nothing. And that was something that we definitely needed, because after having kids, right, like your entire world revolves around the business or the kids, and you need more intentional time. So
that's really smart.
Yeah.
And now you got us. We're doing once a quarter babysitting.
Let's go. And you guys are free.
Yeah, we're free. Yeah, that's true. I never even thought about that. You mentioned that, and I thought, oh, I should be charging for this.
You should. Yeah, well, I'll leave you some pizza money. A little beer money.
That's okay.